You're listening to the Orisha Wisdom Podcast, Session 20.
Welcome to the Orisha Wisdom Podcast, where positivity and spirituality create an enhanced life's journey with the wisdom of Ifa and Orisha. I am your host, Iya Omileti Olubumi. Welcome to the Orisha Wisdom Podcast. I am Iya Omileti. Thank you for spending some of your time with me to talk about all things Orisha. So, grab a cup of tea, juice, coffee, put on your sunglasses while you drive, or pop in your earbuds so that we can chat. Today's episode is brought to you by our very own Orisha Wisdom's Ori affirmations. Do you want to know what Ori is? Want to connect with your Ori? This is a free resource available just for you. All you have to do is you go to www.orishawisdom.com/Ori1, and that's ORI number 1. Today is a pretty special podcast. Number 1, it is the second Ask a Priest series podcast. And number 2, it is the 20th episode of the Orisha Wisdom Podcast. I can't tell you what an amazing ride this has been. I am just floored that the podcast has over 6,700 downloads. Oh my God, really? So a huge thank you for your support over these past 10 months. So woohoo on that one. For those who are new to the podcast, Ask a Priest is a series on the podcast which is directly working with you, the community. Coming into the traditions can be a whirlwind. And what is bound to come about? Questions and more questions. So I created a series called Ask a Priest, where you get to write one of your burning questions about the Orisha traditions, and there is a chance that your question will be answered here on the podcast. I hope that you enjoy this mini episode. With that, let's get this party started. Roxmarie asks, what are some credentials a priest should have so that someone who is new can trust them? First of all, Roxmarie, thank you so much for submitting your question. It is a really good question. Our traditions are not a worldwide regulated religion, which means that we have to employ some judgment in our decision-making when it comes to choosing a priest to work with. There are some known organizations which provide a membership, kind of like a professional membership dues for priests, such as NARC. It stands for the National African Religion Congress. However, I have met and worked with many great priests who are not members of any organization. And I have also heard of priests listed in those memberships who haven't brought the results that they were sought after to do. So it was basically a piece of paper. Where does that leave us? Exactly in the beginning of your question. Credentials are not a tangible thing for us priests, because even though they can spit out a name or a few names of who made their ocha and dates, only those who were present can verify that these folks were made. Also, folks who were there for the drumming, which is when they asked the community to come and witness that a new priest or priestess was initiated, they can also verify that they were made. But that was it. They can only verify that they were made. If you are really, really big on credentials, I'm going to give you this to think about. It takes about $150 a year for any priest to get listed with that organization. And there are several others, but that's the major one. Now, is that proof that they are a really good priest? A great divinator, maybe? Or is that proof that they know the ceremonies for their and your lineage? And will that let you know that they work from a genuine place of serving others? Referrals then become super important when deciding who to work with. And one way that someone told me, the proof is in the pudding. If you speak with your friend who went to an Orisha or an Orisha priest for getting, let's say a job, and 1 month later she landed a job, then I would definitely go and work with this priest. Maybe you know someone who had a real being stuck in life problem and just couldn't get out of this dark hole. This person went to a priest, whether it be Fa or an Orisha reading, and got their life back on track. Then I would definitely go and work with this priest as well. Referrals are the quickest way to begin. Now, what if you don't know anyone? Don't worry, the sky will not fall and the world will not end for you. The way to go about it is you go for it. If your gut tells you that you should give it a go with a particular priest, then give it a go. The proof will be in the pudding. If this priest takes his or her time to explain things to you, explains what came out and why you have to do it, is not trying to rush you to get all kinds of initiations or not trying to rush you to put beads on you and all those things. And most importantly, after you do the work, you get results, then you're now in a position to refer others to this priest. The best certification is that pudding. Results, results, and more results. I hope that you enjoyed today's Ask a Priest episode. Liked it? Let me know by leaving a comment and, of course, by sharing it. I also would like to ask that if you have 5 minutes, please leave me a review in iTunes, as they are really helpful to keeping the Orisha Wisdom podcast on the map. Do you have a burning question that you would like to ask a priest? Send me an email at light@orishawisdom.com or pop into our Facebook group called the Orisha Wisdom Community and ask it there. Remember to also go to orishawisdom.com/Ori1 to get your Ori affirmations. Bring into your life the power of Ofoashe, which is just a translation from the Yoruba language, power of the word, and really that knowledge and philosophy can totally change your life. Again, I would love to thank you for your time, for hanging out with me, and until next time, may the elevated ancestors and all Orisha bless you immensely. Odabo!
Thank you for listening to the Orisha Wisdom Podcast. Be sure to check out the show notes at orishawisdom.com/podcast. Can't get enough of Orisha Wisdom? Check us out at orishawisdom.com and subscribe to our community. Remember, the wisdom of Ifa and Orisha is all around us. Be blessed, and until next time.